Hey, it's Tom here. I had to stay home from work today because I have a bad knee. I have a torn meniscus, and it seemed like it was getting better. Not getting better, but, the pain was subsiding, all of that stuff with the better sneaker shoes, whatever. And then all of a sudden the weather got a little warmer around here, and the inflammation and pain came back with a vengeance. And it was so bad yesterday walking to work, the subway and everything, and it was just... And then, when I'm sitting in the office all day, it's not that bad. But then on the way home, it was just limping and just pain shooting through my knee like it's on fire. And I was like, I'm limping like like Peg Leg the Pirate. And I'm lucky I made it back to the bus terminal to take my bus home. And so I didn't go into work today. And I luckily an orthopedic surgeon around here that I've been to before. They shoehorned me in. I got in there today, and the first time I was with this doctor, the guy who runs the place is an older doctor. His name is all over it, but they said, well, we got to put you in with this other doctor. I said, I don't care which doctor. I need to see somebody today. So they put me in with this younger doctor. Now, this younger doctor is up on all the latest stuff. But for now, at least, he ended up, he took some x-rays. He looked at it. On the x-rays and everything, nothing's that bad. But he could tell it was swollen and I'm in a lot of pain. So he sucked out some fluid, and then they injected lidocaine mixed with cortisone. And so far, no relief at all. I mean, immediately I got some relief from the lidocaine, but that wore off. So I'm sitting here not even knowing if I could go to work tomorrow, because it's still, I'm limping. When I walk, the more it hurts. It's like on fire. It's like someone's got a hot poker stuck in my knee joint. People are telling me, it could take a few days for the cortisone to work, if it works. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So anyway, but the good news about this whole thing is they have a scale. Obviously, every doctor's office has a medical scale. So I asked the girl, I said, you mind if I weigh myself? I know I've been losing weight by the way my clothes fit, but I don't know how much I lost. And now, unfortunately, I don't know where I started. I don't know my exact weight, but I know that I was around, close to 360. But it could have been 355 or something. I don't know the exact amount. So I'm guessing a little bit as to how much weight I lost. But I know I lost weight. Now, I've been on this intermittent fasting roughly about 3 weeks now. Tiny bit over 3 weeks. Monday would have been 3 weeks. Today's Wednesday. So I'm wondering how much weight did I lose? So I got on the scale. I was 343.5 or 342.5. I don't even remember the exact number. So that puts me at roughly between 15 and 20 pounds. So it'd be great if I could say 20, but I don't know for sure what I started at. So I know I lost at least 15 pounds. But honestly, I lost anywhere between 15 and 20 pounds. There's some guesswork in there. That's pretty good for 3 weeks. Pretty good for 3 weeks. And what's more amazing is I can't believe that's not a lot of weight on somebody like me, but it has so far made such a big difference in how I fit into my clothes. I'm wearing this Decepticon Transformer t-shirt that I haven't worn in years. I never used to wear it because it was a little too snug. It just bothered me. It would pull in all the wrong places, So I pull it out of the drawer this morning after I took a shower. I'm getting dressed, and so let me put this thing on. I put it on. I didn't even have to stretch it out. It was like, wow, this thing actually fits. Nice. Comfortable. So I know there's obviously a difference. Unfortunately, the weight loss hasn't made any difference with my knee yet, but it hasn't been a lot of weight. The doctor is a young doctor. Actually, the doctor I went to go see, this orthopedic surgeon, he heard of intermittent fasting. He's in very good shape. I mean, he's into sports medicine. He's probably an athlete himself, or used to be. He's a young guy. I mean, got to be, God, I almost want to say he's in his late 20s, but he could be in his early to mid 30s, I guess. In shape, young dude. And he said his brother is doing intermittent fasting and has pretty good results. So I was telling him, I said, this is a lifestyle. You got to do it. Obviously, can't go back to the old eating. You just get heavy again. But if you're willing to use it as a lifestyle, I said, that's what I plan to do. So I said, I plan on taking off, over 150 pounds if I could get down to that. He's like, great. He's like, you'll get there. Just keep doing it. So it was nice to have an MD say, yeah, that sounds great. Because this guy, he's with it. He's up on stuff. I mean, he knew about all the experimental stuff in orthopedic, like knee problems. Like I have a torn meniscus. And I've been reading up. There's all kinds of stuff that the insurance companies won't even pay for yet because there's not enough data on it. Like PRP therapy, where they take some of your blood out and they spin it down to have a thicker mixture. And the blood platelets, somehow it's got stem cells in it. And they inject it into your knee. And he says he's done it and had pretty good results, but insurance doesn't cover it. It's all out of pocket. And then there's other stuff too, like meniscal implants and meniscal replacement with this artificial thing that they were working on in Europe and Israel, and they're working on it here. He said he knows somebody who got that. So he's up on all this stuff. I was very impressed because every other orthopedic guy I saw was like, no, that's not good. That's because they make more money with surgery. And here I have an orthopedic surgeon who's young, who's obviously young enough to still be interested in helping people, maybe without surgery. And he even told me, he said, no, he said, you're not primed for surgery, because I told him I got my weight, my blood clotting problem. I'm on Xarelto for life because I had pulmonary embolisms due to a gene defect that causes clotting that hits you in midlife. So after telling him all that, he goes, no, you're not, a prime candidate for surgery either. So we want to do what we can before we get to that. So I'm hoping to God this cortisone helps a little bit because, I'm hoping that eventually the weight loss, he was saying, if you could lose enough weight, there's a tremendous amount of good the weight loss does with your knees. But, I don't know what I'm going to do. If this pain continues like this, I can't even go to work. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to figure it out. But the good news, and what I wanted to report in this video, is that in 3 weeks I've lost at least 15 pounds. That's pretty good for 3 weeks. It may be as high as 20. Between 15 and 20 for 3 weeks. That's amazing. I mean, they tell you you're lucky if you lose a pound or two a week. That's good, supposedly, in the dieting world. And here I'm dropping it, I fasted today, even though I wasn't at work. I fasted, I ended my fast a little earlier than I do on a regular work day because I didn't have the commute, and it was around time to eat, so I ate. But I held out until like 5:30, 6 o'clock, which is pretty good, I'm not sweating it. I'm not getting anal retentive where you got to count every minute or whatever. I want it to be natural. Because I want it to be a lifestyle, and so far it's working. My wife lost a little weight. She's been experimenting with the intermittent fasting, and she actually drinks diet soda during the day, and it hasn't, I don't know if it's slowed her down, but it hasn't hurt. I mean, in other words, she still managed to lose some weight. I could see. Certain clothes, garments fit her a little better. She doesn't do it every day, but she's interested in it. She sees it working with me, and she wants some of those effects. And when I told her some of the other possible effects about anti-cancer and, the autophagy and that kind of stuff, she was interested. So, see. I mean, I don't care if she does or she doesn't. I love my wife no matter what. And I don't care if, she's got a little weight to lose. It doesn't bother me in the least. So I'm certainly not pushing her to do it. She just sees it working for me, and that's that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. So anyway, I'm not going to post a video every day. There's no point in it. But I wanted to touch base and say, it's working. I'm doing this. I'm going to be doing this for a long time. I'm going to be doing aspects of it for the rest of my life. That once I get to where I want to be, I want to obviously maintain it. So, and that's that. I've gotten used to not having breakfast. I just had some coffee because I'm in my eating window now, so I had coffee my way. I normally don't drink coffee at night. I'm not really a nighttime coffee drinker, but it was early enough, and I said, I haven't had coffee, because I don't really like black coffee. Most mornings I don't even have it. I just drink, I drink like green tea, white tea, green tea, oolong tea. They're all variations of green tea at work. I work in Chinatown, New York City, so like right on the border between Chinatown and Little Italy, and there's these little tea shops, and you can go in and buy boxes of tea. There's one right around the corner from where I am, and it's not a lot of money. You go in, you buy some tea, take it back to the office. They got the hot water dispenser there, and I drink that stuff all day long, and that helps during the workday. And they say it's good for you too. Another thing I noticed is, I don't really drink much in the morning. I have like roughly 8 ounces of water to take my blood pressure pills in the morning. And I've noticed that I don't really need to pee very much, number one. Urinate, whatever you want to call it. So sometimes when I get to work, and this is after like a 2-hour commute, I don't even have to hit the bathroom right away. Now, on a regular pre-fasting morning when I was eating breakfast and having coffee and whatever, sometimes you're lucky you even make it to work before you got to hit that bathroom. And sometimes you got to hit the bathroom at the bus terminal. It's like an emergency when you get off the bus, whatever. The closest I got to that during this is one morning last week. We had a real cold spell. And one of the mornings, the bus came, the heater was broken. So we were 2 hours on this bus in almost double, like almost single digit, like in the teens type weather. It was really, really cold. We were freezing on that bus. I was even uncomfortable. And for some reason, when I'm cold, my body produces urine. It's like being in a cold swimming pool. You get out and you can't wait to hit that bathroom. At least that's the way my body is. But other than that, normal days, whatever, I have much less of a need. And I noticed this yesterday when I was at work. I'm drinking tea all day long. I'm drinking green tea, I'm drinking at least 1 an hour, sometimes 2 an hour. And I noticed I didn't have to go to the bathroom until God, it must have been around noon or a little after that. And I was telling one of my coworkers, and he's into a lot of health stuff. He's a vegan. He's into all this nutrition stuff, and he's actually interested in how the fasting's affecting me and all that. So we talk about stuff like that. And I was telling him, and I was like, wow, this is really weird. I just noticed that. My body's not producing all of that urine. And even if I'm drinking the tea, and he's like, are you worried about that? I'm like, no, I'm not worried about it at all. It's just whenever my body's using the liquid, it's using it. I feel great. So that's that. I feel great except for my knee. So hopefully my knee, the inflammation will go down and this cortisone I'm hoping overnight. I really want to be able to go to work tomorrow. I don't want to tell my boss I can't go to work tomorrow. We have a software demo tomorrow. Even today, I'm sure she was disappointed I couldn't come in, but what am I going to do? I couldn't physically do it. I don't get in a car and drive to work like normal people do. If I merely had to walk to a car, get in a car, drive to work, and then walk from the parking lot to work, I could have done it. But I have so much walk. I got to walk to the bus, right? I got to walk to the bus in the morning. It's not that far. I got to walk to the bus with a limping, inflamed knee. It's a distance, right? So you get on the bus, all right, you chill for an hour or two, right? Then they drop you off, and then you got to walk. You got to walk down steps. Down steps kills with this condition, right? Up steps is easier than down steps. So you walk down, and then you got to walk through the bus terminal, And you got to go all the way down. Now, either you go onto the street and walk another block, or you walk underground the block. They have these tunnels. So in the bad weather, I walk underground. So you got to walk. I got to walk another block to get to the subway platform that I got to take, right? So I get there, and then so all that walking, right, on an inflamed knee. So I'm like limping, like Peg Leg the Pirate, with my knee ready to explode. And then you get the subway, and then the subway goes down to my stop, right? And then I have, it must be, we get on the bottom. Some of these subway stations are multi-level. No escalator, it's steps, right? It must be, each block of steps must be about, I don't know, 10 steps or so. So now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 for this giant walk up. Then you walk a little bit, and then there's another like 2 sets of these steps. Then another as you round the turn, right? And then as you come out of the subway station, there's another set of steps up to the street. So this is like this massive climb up. Now, it may be good cardiovascular-wise, but on a bum knee, I do this every day. And then coming down all those steps at the end of the day to catch my subway back to the bus terminal. So going down steps is murder. I'm like holding on to the railing, putting my weight on there. Now my other knee's starting to hurt because it's compensating. And the doctor was saying, yeah, your right knee's not taking the weight, so you're putting double the weight on your left knee. And you know, so all of that, and then you got to reverse the thing to get back home. And it's a killer. Last night, I on the walk back from the subway to the bus terminal, I was just like, my knee was killing me. And I got home, I told my wife, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to go to work tomorrow. I got to go to a doctor. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I know these cortisone shots don't really help that much. So anyway, this isn't about weight loss, but it kind of, you know, people have physical problems related to weight. I'm sure my weight all these years contributed to the knee, to the meniscus going bad or tearing. All the times I cut the grass out there, pounding, you know, your knee pounding with the extra weight. This is the end result. I mean, some people don't get the knee problems, but I did. You know, I've had relatives who were obese their whole life. And to my knowledge, they never had knee surgery or had knee problems. I had to have cartilage that's soft or whatever the heck it is. So anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I hope that, I don't know. So anyway, hopefully as the weight gets less and maybe with enough weight loss, then I'll be a candidate for some kind of corrective action to this knee. But in the meantime, I don't know what I'm going to do. Just bear it. I can't take ibuprofen or anti-inflammatory painkillers because of the anticoagulant medication I'm on. It could cause a bleeding issue. So there's nothing I can take. Tylenol does nothing. So that's that. I just got to grimace and bear it. So anyway, but just the positive here, the weight is down somewhere between 15 and 20 pounds in only 3 weeks. That's amazing weight loss when you think about it. And if I continue this on, I could definitely lose more than 100 pounds in a year. I mean, think about that. And in less than a month, I lost, I mean, if you go, you know, I know there'll be plateaus and you're not going to lose at that rate constantly, but at my weight, it should come off at a good clip until I hit a certain point. So I can't wait till I'm under 300 pounds again. I haven't been under 300 pounds since HCG, and it was a short-lived thing because I gained the weight again when I was done with that. So anyway, onward and downward. See you next time. And please check out the t-shirt links, link below. Amazon. The intermittent fasting related stuff. I have fun creating it, and I'm going to be making more. Thanks.